Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. I thought we should have a live on this Sunday evening. Good evening to you. I'm just getting some cards out, but my throat feels dry and my mouth. Cheers to the channel of lovers. Let's have a look and see. It's extremely warm. It's warming up because it's been extremely cold. Okay, from one extremity to the other. Hi Blue Sky, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. You know the song that has been, I don't even know who sang it. It was a group, I believe. I knew you were trouble when you walked in. That just keeps going over and over and over again in my mind. I knew you were trouble when you walked in. Anyway. Jeez, I might have to open the window in a moment. Let some fresh air in. I might do. Whew. Oh, that's nice. We have some orange juice. Because I seem to be sleepy today. Very sleepy. Japan is on the map. I'd like to go to Japan. And if there was a language that, if I was asked, what language would you like to learn? Japanese comes through. Hi, how do I pronounce your name? Jodie? Hi. Hi. Welcome to the channel of love and the journey of Ascension. We're going to have a look at some cards. It's Sunday, so we normally have a look and see what the energy is looking like for this upcoming week. I knew you were trouble when you walked in. We waste time looking for the perfect lover instead of creating the perfect love. Questionable, doubtful as regards truth or validity. I'm just going to pull some cards and we'll figure this out. We'll just figure this out. I'm spinning around. I've got 3 flame slits here. I am watching the manifestation unfold. I am ready. Okay. It's coming in with the, we waste time looking for the perfect lover. And the phrase that was going through my mind earlier was like, how are we? It's not how are you, how are we? You are my favourite. My favourite things. These are a few of my favourite things. We're no longer wasting time looking for the perfect lover. Okay. It's about not being perfect, but by finding the perfection within the imperfection. You gave away your power, now it's time to take it back. Okay, I'll take this card as well. Hateful, very unpleasant. Okay. Bubbly, full of cheerful, full spirits. We're all over the place. thinking of those favourite things, as we're thinking, so we are creating. So we waste time looking for the perfect lover instead of creating the perfect love. Well, you've got to know what you love. Do you love studying? Hi, Monkey Master GT. I quite like your name, Monkey Master. I am the master of the monkey. Who is my monkey? He's over there. I'll leave him be. Okay. Hi, the new guys. Sorry, I did not see your name down. Hello, everybody. Good evening. Good evening. Do you know what GT stands for? Grand Theft? I don't know. Giant. You want to know what comes to mind? Turd. Gorilla Tag. It's a TV game. Oh, okay. I like watching the gorillas. I like Bruno Mars's song Gorilla. Let's carry on. Does all that energy come in with like this hotness? You and me, baby, making love like gorillas. Waiting for your ship to come in. It's a TV game. I meant to say B. Sorry, I meant to say VR. This is hell has gone to the floor. I can't get into hell. I tried. I know it sounds really bizarre, but I found myself in a space where I was at hell's door, and the angelic angel was demanding to be let in. They wouldn't let me go in. Chicken shits. I just wanted to check up on things, okay? And it was like, Lucy, just, you're cool. You're best to wait that side of hell. So, I did. Well, I had no bloody choice. This is hell. I don't feel we're allowed back into hell. Us, angelic ones. I mean, we can handle hell, but, have to wait for that ship to come in. Bring in the survivors. I'm going to answer you, Monkey Master GT. You're going to have to practice some patience, though, because I'm here to read cards, not necessarily predominantly top of the agenda, read the comments first. I'm here to read cards. But so the question mark, it's not really appreciated, to be honest. Thank you for your apology. It just doesn't work, and I imagine it doesn't work with like anybody, so let's just not use that anymore. Practice a bit of patience, please. Do you have any pets? We have 5 cats in our living arrangement. Those pets, which of them are mine? 2 of them are family cats. 3 of them are my daughters. And fish. Angelfish, penguinfish, corridors. A lot of breeding going on of snails and angelfish. So, but there's a lot of talk on pregnancy. I don't know what you guys have been, listen out, and a lot of topics. a lot of pregnancy news. Just a lot of pregnancy news. What's that all about? So, it's like the fish were showing signs. An abundance of fish. We've got stand and deliver and it's in reverse. Monkey Master, where you put wow, I'm seeing like bow wow wow in my mind. Well, I'm actually taken to like a vinyl cover from back in the maybe 80s, 90s that would have been in a record collection, because I'm seeing like bow wow wow. I think she sang, the female vocalist. I think it's I want candy. Felt like I was going into the tune of Mona then. Hey Mona, ooh Mona. Okay, tell you Mona what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give it all up for you. It's bloody hot in here, I'm telling you. Introduce. Let's clear our throats. Are people listening? Are people listening? Introducing the host and hostess. Hey Moon Cookie darling. Happy summer Sunday. Feels like a summer's evening. Happy summer Sunday to the channel of love. Cheers Lucy Lou. I'm so happy to catch your last live. What, forever? Am I not going to be live anymore? What do you mean this is my last live? Okay. Do you know stuff I don't know? Well, tomorrow is promised to no one. I'm cool. You know what my mum always told me? She would say to me, Lucy May, you'll be taken when you've done what you've come to do. You're putting me up on the big screen? Is that what's going to be happening? I'm ready. I'll go wherever I'm needed, welcomed, and I'll leave when I'm not needed or welcomed. I've heard and read about that. Okay, we've got the plague on its side and magical stepping stones. You know, we're still helping a lot of people out of the aftermath of lockdown. Look, you popped right up. I've got to go back because for some reason, the new guy, I seem to be skipping your messages. Hello, good evening channel of love, you're looking lovely as usual. Thank you. I'm not sure what's going on. Oh my goodness. It popped up with the thing to put you on a timeout and... Okay. Magical stepping stones. Clearing up the aftermath. Now, have you been studying? No, it isn't. Moon Cookie, got people calling me Lucy Lou now. Is this my last live? Not that I'm aware of, the new guy. No. I don't know. If I don't wake tomorrow, then no. It was a pleasure to have been able to have done this though. Why are we saying our goodbyes? The money tree. Okay. Oh, this is interesting. Like, the money tree. So, if I was able to, I am able, okay, if the opportunity came to change my setup, however that is, would I cookie? It's not a smoothie, but I nearly did go for a smoothie, which I think would have been a pineapple, mango and apple. I've just got pure orange juice. Tropicana. Club Tropicana, drinks are free. Fun and sunshine, there's enough for everyone. Okay, so if this is like what's the plan? So if I wasn't sitting here being live with you guys like here, what would I be doing? I would like to be travelling the world and taking you guys with me. I would also like to be creating a community so that we could interact more. The money tree, that's what's coming through. And Club Tropicana, drinks are free. We'll go create some, paradise, land, ideas. I mean, we need people. We need connection, caring connections. So, what are you asking me again? Money. My intention before I started the channel and before I was into tarot, I did have the intention, and I did buy the equipment, different cameras. I purchased about 3-4 different cameras so that I could record my travels and share them on a YouTube channel. But we're talking, this was October 2017, and I remember filming as I was in California, and we'd hit Disney, and as I was walking along the Disney, I was recording footage of Disneyland, and it didn't feel right, and so I didn't do it. And I mean, there was a few spots that I had quite a lot of trips planned, but it wasn't the right time to like share that. I can't say I wish I had. I've got lots of the song that's coming through is like, we could use a wish right now, wish right now. But there would, well, I can tell you where there would have been, because the first stop was Anaheim, LA, California. So you would have had Disney, what you would have had. I enjoyed it. The footage wasn't taken. I had photographs galore. There was Disney, and then after Disney, where did we go after Disney? Santa Monica. And after Santa Monica, where did I go? Hollywood. These are like locations that I booked the hotel in, so on the seafront in Santa Monica, right by the pier. My kids knew. This will take you to what does GT mean? Gorilla Tag. GTA. So when we hit LAX airport, my kids knew where they were because of the game. Yeah, God bless LA. And the same with Maui. After Santa Monica, I booked the wrong hotel on the wrong Hollywood Boulevard, because I heard that they had the biggest Halloween street party, and so I made sure that I was in town. I was just in the wrong part of town, so we went out onto the streets and they were dead. It was empty. I was like, okay, I think we went to Subway and just amused ourselves with her own costume. I got the wrong Hollywood Boulevard. That was when we was in Santa Monica. And then, ironically, like 2 days later, we actually went to we stayed on, right by Hollywood Boulevard. I'd done that. I'd done the Hollywood Hills. Went to the Batcave. That's why I'd done the Hollywood Hills. Well, I went up there to scatter Simon over the Hollywood Hills. So Simon, he's all part of that. He's in that area. All the cards have just gone onto the floor. I know I positioned him. That's what I mean. I feel my travels have had meaning. So I went up the Hollywood Hills. I went up on my own with no internet connection. That was a little bit scary coming back, because as you're walking up the Hollywood Hills, it says, please, the gates will close at dusk. Please be gone out before that. So I'm going up the Hollywood Hills knowing that the Batcave, the original Batcave, was now somewhere. Where it's like, pow, wow. I don't know if you guys know that. Back in the day. Batman series, Batman and Robin. But where the car used to come out of the cave, and I heard it was there, so. The kids stayed at the hotel in the swimming pool. They were too tired to go. It was like, okay, I'm going to go. Not realising I'll be going near on all the way up to the Hollywood sign. Well, like, how can I show you? So if I'm here, the Hollywood sign was here and I could see it. If I went up the path more, I'd be behind the Hollywood sign. So there's a little bench there. So I just scattered Simon's ashes over there. I said, look, you can see the Hollywood sign from here. And so I didn't find the Batcave until I was walking back down. And I saw these people coming out of like this path, and I said, is the Batcave around now? They said, yeah, but I'm looking, it's like dark. It's getting dark. And so I said, how far is it? This is about a 5-minute walk. So I went and done it. And then as I'm coming out, I saw this sign saying, beware of mountain lions and snakes, I think. I think we best be going back now. I got all the photos I wanted. I done what I wanted to do. Got a good sign of the Hollywood sign, actually, just as I was going to the Batcave along that route. So that was another added bonus. And then that evening we done the Escape Hotel. I'm not really good at them. I wasn't good at the one that we chose anyway. And then after Hollywood, oh, we done Universal Studios. That was nice to do that in the Hollywood Hills. And then we flew to Hawaii for 5 days. We went to Maui. We know that Maui went up in flames. But my daughter noticed that anything that was blue didn't get burnt. And it's the same with the Hollywood Hills. I said to Jamie, I said, watch out. There'll be a picture of one house that wasn't, or some homes, properties that weren't touched. And he said, look, there's one here. And there was one, both houses were burnt, but that one was just standing there. So and the reason I went to Hawaii is because I wanted to see Bruno Mars, but his date was like a bit later, so I didn't want to wait around in LA that long. Let's go to Hawaii. That was just one trip. Hi, Gal Gal. You are forgiven, the new guy. You can call me Lucy Lou if you like. You're not the first. You will not be the last. Because I never really knew your name. And I'm not really the type of person to ask someone or anything too personal. Or maybe that's something you could have a look at and ask those personal questions. May I inquire your name, please? Gal Gal, hello channel of love, and best wishes for all that's waiting for love and light to all. Anyway, The penny has dropped, and do you fancy a drink? And it's in reverse. And my little toes are twitching. My little toes are twitching. Hey, Pure Law. Hey, Luce. Hope you're good. I'm good, thank you. Real good. I feel a bit more perky now. I was feeling extremely tired today. Oh, I'm trying not to use that word tired. Sleepy. So we spoke about the flavour of my non-smoothie orange juice. It's orange juice. It's what you squeeze out of an orange because it's what it's made of. Okay, guys. Totally distracted. Do you fancy a drink? Penny has dropped. It's like I don't just drink coffee, but I do drink coffee for the majority of the time. How are you guys feeling regarding the new year? Tell me. What's your feelings and thoughts? Should we have a look into it as a collective? Because the cards are falling on the floor, but I can see the life purpose spread. Let me show you. I was going to use these the other day. Oh, I was going to say about studying as well. So, we're reading Success Story, Positive Mental Attitude. I've read 3 chapters now, I believe. I believe I've finished the 3rd chapter. And so, let's learn the 17 principles of success. We have to remember that a positive mental attitude is present with all of these, whatever combination you use. So I have wrote them on cards now. I'm going to put them up. I think I will number them. I don't know what the numbers are yet. I did go through them earlier trying to put them in order. So it's just a bit of fun. It's my way of learning. But we can go through them, the 17 principles of success, and it will do you no harm to memorise them. You'd be very wise to know them. So let's go through them. Let's read the new guy's message first. The winds of change is blowing. I heard that all the major Hollywood studios are moving to Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas! Do you know, as you're in Vegas, get married. Moon Cookie, I'm so blessed and happy with my current situation. I pray everything currently is to unfold to plan, to give me the understanding, the things that don't unfold away our plan. I put my trust in the divine. That came out today. It's like, divine, I trust you. Gal Gal, a year of appreciation and grateful for the things we've forgotten and simple pleasures. Simple pleasures will be, excuse me, become very apparent, relevant to myself yesterday. I was looking at the possessions that I have now, and I feel so contented to not, let's not use that word, everything that I have, I want. So, I want and I need, should we say that? So I was looking at my possessions, considering 47 years of life, what I have, you could put into maybe 2 boxes and a suitcase for my clothes, but it's very bare minimal compared to what I used to hold. So I have my books, I have my tarot cards, and I have candles and fairies, a chest of drawers for my clothes, a bed, a lamp, a chair, but that's really it. Toiletries, a box of photographs, memories, just my clothes. And it's all in this room. And that feels so freeing. Anyway. So the simple, and I have such a contented, peaceful life. I so appreciate my environment. I appreciate the conversations that I have with the children. I like our flow. I enjoy seeing them evolve and their characters and personalities develop. I'm content in my job. All those who are in my life are very pleasant and respectful towards me, so it's nice. Okay, I'm going to show you these flashcards. The 17 principles of success, okay? Okay. The mastermind, not in order. The mastermind. Applied faith. Definiteness of purpose. Now this one has to be applied with all of them, okay? Without this, there's no point. A positive mental attitude. Enthusiasm. Personal initiative. A pleasing personality. That's why I said to Monkey Master about like the question marks when, you know, someone hasn't responded to your liking or in the time frame. It's like, that's not a pleasing personality, so we're learning. Maintaining sound physical and mental health. Resting when needing. Drinking orange juice when required. Budgeting time and money. Creative vision. Learning from defeat. Teamwork. Using cosmic habit force, in brackets, universal law. Accurate thinking. Self-discipline. Going the extra mile. Controlled attention. This one's the area that I'm focusing on. Controlled attention. Not just that area, but I'm aware that that's the area that needs some work. Okay, the new guy. Without a positive mental attitude, we will end up in the loony bin. I'm smiling because some would say that, you know, having a positive mental attitude all the time gets you a spot in the loony bin. What do they know? I wonder what books they've read. Hi, Adam. So beautiful. It's true. It's also beautiful. When you look for beauty, that's what you'll see. Mad enough, but not too mad. There's that thin line between insanity and being a genius. I'm going to take the genius status. I'll unapologetically be positive. I found that those that find it hard to handle, like your positivity, when you're in the opposite of that, they don't know how to handle that either. I've come to the conclusion they're just not able to handle the energy at that current time. Not to take it personally. Right, why are we shuffling these cards again? I've never felt heartache like this before. I wanted to sing, I've never felt love like this before. That's if you want to call it heartache. That's more on the negative mental attitude, isn't it? Heartache, it's love. The heart is aching for love. Envy and confused. Well, you're confusing me. Father, Oracle. Oh, Father, if you never wanted to live that way, if you never wanted to hurt me, why am I running away? Going the extra miles here. It's quite easy to do, seeing there's not a lot of people even go to the first mile. It's shocking out there. When we have Jamie, who's 25, is it working his socks off? And he's only saying to me today, he was like, idleness. Just idleness. That's out there. He's showing them. He's leading by example, frustrating. Will you dance with me? Solitude. Does somebody want to come out of solitude to dance? Innocence has gone to the floor. Swap some innocence for pleasure. Are you coming out of solitude? Some pleasure and some dancing. I want to say if it is it wrapped in sincereness. Someone's needing to go the extra mile. Make the effort. So there's a lot of dwelling here on the heartache. Rather than why is the heart aching? It's aching for love. But you have to come out of solitude. Hermitage. I was going to say, well, I'm going to say it. I've done it a couple of times. Come out of hermitage. Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer too. I'm half crazy, all for the love of you. That's what love does. But you look sweet upon a seat, on a bicycle made for two. Okay, we've got a sun at the bottom of the deck here, and now it's just fallen on my lap and gone in reverse. And we've got 11-11. So alignment. When I sang the Madonna song, hi Angie darling, talk to me. Hi Lucy, hi sweetie, I hope you're well. You know when you make decisions because not necessarily they're for the best for you, but you feel they're the best choices for others, and then it turns out they weren't the best choices. Like for your children. Cherish. Cherish the love, and then we've got greed, this underlying energy of greed here. Okay, I'm going to the tarot. The ancient Italian tarot. It's nearly 10:15. You want me to hold up some flashcards again? We can do that. Ooh. I'd hold them up like the other cards. I don't know if there's 17 there. Let me tell you a little story yesterday. I think it was yesterday. I was at work and I didn't have any cards with me. So I couldn't use that as a form of medium, but I've got the taste of fear that's just come into my mouth. Okay. So I'm worried about the kind of story I'm going to be telling. Calm down, calm down. Okay. I said to my colleague, I said, give me a page number. But that's all I said. And I'm walking to my bag to get my book out, Success Through a Positive Mental Attitude, which I bookmarked with, you know, you get those little bookmarks that come in crackers. It's like a posh cracker, so it's like a silver bookmark. And I'd bookmarked my page where I had finished reading, yeah, chapter 5, I think. And so as I'm getting my book out of my bag, I said to her, I don't know, anywhere up to 300? I think there might be 300 pages in there. So as I'm walking back with my book, she says, okay, 105. I said, alright. So I'm flicking through and there's some pages that are dog-eared, like where I've stopped with the channel and then when I'm reading myself. And I'm getting to the point where this silver bookmark is in the book. Is it still in there? It might still be in there. Let me have a look and see. And, because I do just have it here. I'm not sure if I've read any more since. Okay, let me show you what I'm talking about. So I get my book. And she goes, 105. And I'm flicking through like this. And I said, wouldn't it be funny if, like, the bookmark is on... And I went... So... 105. Angie, my DM is following his plan for his dreams goals. He has been giving me short updates. That's nice to be kept in the loop. He is in and out of communication. It feels very positive though. Well, let's have a look at these cards. I felt the energy of holding them up as flashcards and words. Like, as if I was holding this up. Instead of you looking at the picture, I'll tell you what the words are. You can do it yourself if you like. Completion of a story. It's been a bit of a war. They all have blood around their mouths as if they've all been attacked by energy vampires. I'm retired, but end of a story. Cheers to that. Now we can celebrate and be happy. Now we can celebrate and be happy. Marriage is on the cards. Watch out for the sneaky character. who would try to ruin things. Just a little heads up about the head up. How many words do you want on these cards? Sneaky motherfucker. Just watch out. The Divine's aware. The Divine's aware. Doesn't sound right. The Divine's aware. Divine protection was first. It's guarded, a guarded union. Jeez. Sneaky motherfucker. Strength's really needed in this situation. You know what that card shouts? Fuck off. Sending a message. Lots of messages. For reals keeps coming through, for real. I'm sending a message for real, and I'm going to be sending lots of messages. So that comes in with talk to me's comment now. He's following his plans for his dreams and goals. He's been giving me short updates. He is in and out of communication. It feels very positive now. But there is a consistency there. Okay. Hit the nail on the head. I'm looking at how he wants to kiss the... Go on and kiss the girl. Okay, collaborating. Facing judgment. The last judgment. Really? When Moon Cookie puts about like, I'm so glad to catch your last live. She may have been talking about like my previous live. And I'm not sure when that was. Last chance. Once you face, put yourself forward for the last judgment. You've done a self-analysis, okay? You're understanding what you may be judged for, and you're prepared to face that. And once you're prepared to face and take accountability, it's nowhere near as bad as what you're expecting it to be. So it's like the divine. Life's easier on you when you're easy on yourself. Heavy burden. It's a heavy burden to carry. So lightening your load. How would you even spell that word? It's a sound. He's got his hand on his hip. Calm down, Cocky. And the resurrection of this connection. And it's all to do with passion, sex, naughtiness, going the extra mile. This is like better than meeting someone halfway. This is not even going further than that. I'll make love to you. Well, that is a different energy than just banging. It's like about a zip. Okay, we're going to get this reading wrapped up. Expansion. Educate your mind and senses. I'm just going to read from the book. I'm not going to shout out any words that come through with this card. Put it that way. What card number is it? 16. Bee Gees is coming through. You win again. Heartfelt, gentle touch. Indeed. Gal. Learning through life experiences, educate your mind and senses. Expansion is an inevitable process of the universe. The knowledge of history, sciences, mathematics, and social understanding continue to grow through the foundation of new knowledge, awareness, and experience. Human beings and human consciousness also continue to evolve and expand. It is part of the evolutionary process. Clinging to old and past experiences restricts a person's ability to grow. Expanding yourself spiritually and emotionally allows you to feel a greater sense of love, compassion, and harmony. Self-realization follows these new levels of awareness as you build upon your previous knowledge and life experiences. Realizing that you are always in a permanent state of learning about yourself physically and emotionally, how you interact with others, and what you like or dislike are all experiences that create expansion within your spirit. More importantly, it is never too late to learn. You know what this is taking me to? Well, Abraham Maslow's theory on self-actualization, self-realization. There's such a good video that I shared before, but when I go to look for it now, it's like it never existed. It's a little frustrating when that happens. But in the back of, been on for quite a while. It's quite a long chapter to read. But at the back of a book I have, The Power of Intention. Let me finish reading this and I'll get the book. It's just easier. If you don't want to listen, you don't want to listen. I'm not too fussed. It seems that it wants to be listened. It wants to be read. Let me finish this though. It's the portrait of, if you're a self-actualized person, it's what you would look like as a person, how you would come across, how you would speak, how you would respond. So I find it really beneficial to kind of have a look and see how you resonate with that picture of a personality, a portrait of a personality, a portrayal of a personality. So realise that you are always in a permanent state of learning about yourself physically and emotionally, how you interact with others, and what you like or dislike are all experiences that create expansion within your spirit. More importantly, it is never too late to learn. You may have just left behind an old life, previously gone through separation or divorce, began a new job or career path, or started a family. It might seem confronting now, but don't be afraid to ask for help or advice about these matters. Support is available to you, just ask. Right now you are in a process of learning, career goals, education and And skills-based training are a focus now. This new information is needed for the next step of your life. You may be feeling that you aren't up to the task ahead. Don't fear. Everything you need will be available to you in divine timing. It may feel like you are on the edge of my seat, the edge of not knowing what to do next. All that means is that this is a new experience and you require more information for the journey ahead. Research your area of focus. Well, I said, so this is the one that's kind of highlighting maybe for the collective. Mine's controlled attention. I'm going to have to... I'm aware I can be a bit of a scatterbrain. A bit. But my focus is on... controlled attention. I'm singing Jess Glynn. Don't be so hard on yourself. No. Gotta forgive, gotta let go. Everyone trips, everyone falls. So don't be so hard on yourself, no. Okay. Research your area of focus. A new level of study or education will benefit you now as you prepare and organise your future. Okay, the shadow aspect, restriction, illiteracy, discouraging. The sacred crystal is azurite. Angel assistance, Archangel Azrael. Life transition, support and comfort. And your affirmation, my mind is open. I learn new information easily. Moon cookie. Heartfelt, gentle touch. That sounds so good right now. I'm doing that because that's like the vision that I just continuously seem to have, is this touch, a gentle, heartfelt touch. But it makes me think of really naughty things. So, controlled attention, Lucy. I am so easily distracted. Guys, let me just get this book. Okay, I've just got to navigate all the... around all the flies on the floor. No, the cards. I said something to Jamie. Where's my book? I said something to Jamie about... I wanted to put some flowers that have died in the compost bin. I've hidden my books. Just bear with me a second. And I was asking him if I could chuck the flowers into the compost bin. Well, I was telling him really. I said I'm going to fuck the flowers. Can I fuck the flowers in the bin? And that's like, why on earth would I want to be fucking flowers in bins? Why would I even want to be in a bin to do any kind of fucking? But we're fucking about now. Or not. I've just remembered that I put my TV, oh my goodness, in front of my books. Just to save space. I've got the book though. It wasn't an issue. Not really. Just heard prudent planning. Care and thought towards the future. Okay, my glasses are on my head. I know. So, I do love reading this chapter though. And that's all that matters, is that I enjoy reading going to the preface. I'm just going to read from here. If you'd like to know how this book might impact you and how you might think, feel and co-create after reading and applying its messages, I encourage you to read the final chapter, A Portrait of a Person Connected to the Field of Intention. Live from that perspective, live from that perspective, and you will come to know and apply the power of intention. You have an endless stream of green lights before you. Dr. Wayne W. Dyer, and he wrote this in Maui, Hawaii, and we spoke about that today. That's one of the reasons why I went to Maui, for it being a known spiritual island. Dr. Wayne W. Dyer inspired me to go to Maui. A scattered Simon there as well in Maui. Is it chapter 13? No. Oh, it's part 3. Chapter 15. A portrait. I bet you can see I've read this because it's like dirty within the... what's that called? Spine. Page number 245, chapter 15, a portrait of a person connected to the field of intention. And then there's a quote, self-actualizing people must be what they can be. Abraham Maslow. This is what would be an example of a going the extra mile. Like myself going the extra mile. Do I look very distinguished? Thank you. The new guy. Where did I find my glasses? I haven't yet, Moon Cookie. I've got 2 pairs. I've got these like straight, and then we've got the rounder ones. I like those ones a bit. I prefer those ones. I don't know where they are. Because Megan was saying to me, what was I... We were hanging out yesterday. And I couldn't... She's like, why can't you see that? I said, because I haven't got my glasses on. And she, why aren't you wearing your glasses? I said, I never wear my glasses. Unless, like, I'm reading, like, from a book or reading to the channels. And she's like, well, you need to wear your glasses. I said, but I lose them. Focusing on this, yeah. I'm very aware. I'm trying to control my attention. This would be an example of going the extra mile. I don't know where my other glasses are. They will come to light. I don't need them. I've got this pair. My belly's rumbling. Oh, I thought there was someone in the room. Hi, human. Hi, cutie pie. Hi. I'm reading a blank page here. Right, let's get this this chapter read. We'll do it. Okay. A person who lives in a state of unity. Let me repeat what this chapter's about. A portrait of a person connected to the field of intention. Self-actualizing people must be what they can be. Abraham Maslow. A person who lives in a state of unity with the source of all life doesn't look any different from ordinary folks. These people don't wear a halo or dress in special garments that announce their godlike qualities. But when you notice that they go through life as the lucky ones who seem to get all the breaks, and when you begin to talk to them, you realise how distinctive they are compared to people living at ordinary levels of awareness. Distinguished. You just used that word, the new guy. Oh, it says distinctive. You were close enough. It's extremely warm in the room. Even if the window on, it's in the deep of winter, and it feels like a summer evening. Moon Cookie predicted that one when she first came on. Okay, let's carry on. Spend a few moments in conversation with these people who are connected to the power of intention, and you see how unique they are. These people, whom I call connectors, to signify their harmonious connection with the field of intention, are individuals who have made themselves available for success. It's impossible to get them to be pessimistic about achieving what they desire in their lives. Rather than using language that indicates that their desires may not materialise, they speak from an inner conviction that communicates their profound and simple knowing that the universal source supplies everything. They don't say, with my luck things won't work out. Instead, you're much more likely to hear something like, I intend to create this and I know it will work out. No matter how you might attempt to dissuade them by pointing out all the reasons why their optimism ought to be curtailed, they seem blissfully blind to reality check repercussions. It's almost as if they're in a different world, a world in which they can't hear the reasons why things won't work out. If you engage them in conversation about this idea, they simply say something like, I refuse to think about what can't happen because I'll attract exactly what I think about. So I only think about what I know will happen. It doesn't matter to them what's happened before. They don't relate to the concepts of failure or it's impossible. They simply, without fanfare, are unaffected by reasons for being pessimistic. They've made themselves available for success, and they know and trust in an invisible force that's all-providing. They're so well connected to the all-providing source that it's as if they have a natural aura preventing anything from getting through that might weaken their connection to the creative energy of the power of intention. I'm just going to pick up some points that I said. I said I went knocking on heaven's door. I don't think I'm allowed in there anymore. I went knocking on heaven's door? Hells. Who's been knocking on heaven's door and they're not allowed in there? That's a load of bullshit. Okay. We're all welcome into heaven. You just can't bring hell into the heavenly space. But what was I saying? I was saying, what have I picked up on this? Controlled attention, Lucy. I'm trying. That actually says to me there, a continuous rolling of attention. A continuous like stream. It's like the thoughts just roll into another and another and another. And I will study this gift of controlling this attention. Okay. Otherwise they're going to lock me up in a loony bin. No, they're not. They're fucking stupid. I'll have too much fun wherever they put me. Anyway, right, fuck. I said about I trust in the divine. It says here, they've made themselves available for success and they know and trust in an invisible force that's all providing. That was one thing that stood out. Now this next part. They're so well connected to the all-providing source that it's as if they have a natural aura preventing anything from getting through that might weaken their connection to the creative energy of the power of intention. Not entering hell, hell's not entering heaven. Connectors don't place their thoughts on what they don't want, because as they'll tell you, the source of all can only respond with what is, with what it is, and what it is infinite supply. It can't relate to scarcity or things not working out, because it's none of these things. If I say to the source of all things, it probably won't work out, I'll receive back from it precisely what I sent to it. So I know better than to think anything other than what my source is. To the average person who has fears about the future, this all sounds like mumbo jumbo. They'll tell their connector friend to do a reality check and look realistically at the world they live in. But connectors aren't distracted from their inner knowing. They'll tell you, if you choose to listen, that this is a universe of energy and attraction, and that the reason so many people live lives of fear and scarcity is because they rely on their ego to fulfill their desires. It's simple, they'll tell you. Just reconnect to your source and be like your source, and your intentions will match up perfectly with the all-providing source. To connectors, it all seems so simple. Keep your thoughts on what you intend to create. Stay consistently matched up with the field of intention, and then watch for the clues that what you're summoning from the all-creative source is arriving in your life. Shall I repeat that part? Keep your thoughts on what you intend to create. Stay consistently matched up with the field of intention, and then watch for the clues that what you're summoning from the all-creative source is arriving in your life. To a connector, there are simply no accidents. They perceive seemingly insignificant events as being orchestrated in perfect harmony. They believe in synchronicity and aren't surprised when the perfect person for a situation appears, or when someone they've been thinking about calls out of the blue, or when a book arrives unexpectedly in the mail, giving them the information they needed, or when the money to finance a project they've been intending mysteriously shows up. Connectors won't attempt to win you over to their point of view with debates. They know better than to place a lot of energy on arguing or being frustrated, because that attracts argumentation and frustration into their lives. They know what they know, and they aren't seduced into constructing a counterforce of resistance to people who live otherwise. They accept the idea that there are no accidents in a universe that has an invisible force of energy as its source that continuously creates and provides an infinite supply to all who wish to partake of it. They'll tell you plain and simple, if you inquire. All you have to do to tap into the power of intention is to be in a perfect match with the source of everything. And I'm choosing to be as closely aligned to that source as I can be. To connectors, everything that shows up in their life is there because the power of intention intended it there. So they're always in a state of gratitude. They feel thankful for everything, even things that might seem to be obstacles. They have the ability and desire to see a temporary illness as a blessing, and they know in their heart that somewhere an opportunity exists in the setback, and that is what they look for in everything that shows up in their life. Through their thanks, they honour all possibilities rather than asking their source for something, because that seems to give power to what's missing. They commune with the source in a state of reverent gratitude for all that's present in their lives, knowing that this empowers their intention to manifest precisely what they need. Connectors describe themselves as living in a state of appreciation and bewilderment. You're unlikely to hear them complain about anything. They aren't fault finders. If it rains, they enjoy it, knowing that they won't get where they want to go if they only travel on sunny days. This is how they react to all of nature, with appreciative harmony. The snow, the wind, the sun, and the sounds of nature are all reminders to connectors that they're a part of the natural world. The air, regardless of its temperature or wind velocity, is the revered air that is the breath of life. Connectors appreciate the world and everything in it. The same connection that they experience with nature, they feel towards all beings, including those who lived before and those who have yet to arrive. They have a consciousness of the oneness, and therefore they make no distinctions such as them or those other people. To a connector, it is all we. How are we today? I said that at the beginning. If you could observe their inner world, you'll discover that they're hurt by pain inflicted on others. They don't have the concept of enemies, since they know that all of us emanate from the same divine source. They enjoy the differences in the appearance and customs of others, rather than disliking, criticising, or feeling threatened by them. Their connection to others is of a spiritual nature, but they don't separate themselves spiritually from anyone, regardless of where they might live or how different their appearances or customs may be from their own. In their heart, connectors feel an affinity to all of life, as well as to the source of all of life. It's because of this connecting link that connectors are so adept at attracting into their lives the cooperation and assistance of others in fulfilling their own intentions. The very fact of feeling connected means that in the connectors' minds, there's no one on this planet who they're not joined up with in a spiritual sense. Consequently, living in the field of intention, the entire system of life in the universe is available to access anything their attention is on, because they're already connected to this life-giving energy system and all of its creations. We can see the importance of controlled attention now. Consequently, living in the field of intention, the entire system of life in the universe is available to access anything their attention is on, because they're already connected to this life-giving energy system and all of its creations. They'll appreciate this spiritual connection and expend no energy on depreciating or criticising it. They never feel separated from the assistance that this entire life-giving system offers. Therefore, connectors aren't surprised when synchronicity or coincidence brings them the fruits of their intentions. They know in their hearts that those seemingly miraculous happenings were brought into their immediate life space because they were already connected to them. Ask connectors about it and they'll tell you, of course, it's the law of attraction at work. Stay tuned vibrationally to the source of all life that intended you and everyone else here, and all the powers of that field of intention will cooperate with you to bring into your life what you desire. They know that this is how the universe works. Others may insist that connectors are just plain lucky, but the people who enjoy the power of intention know otherwise. They know that they can negotiate the presence of anything they place their attention on as long as they stay consistent with the 7 faces of intention. Connectors don't brag about their good fortune, but are in a perpetual state of gratitude and radical humility. They understand how the universe works, and they stay blissfully in tune with it, rather than challenging or finding fault with it. Ask them about this, and they'll tell you that we're part of a dynamic energy system. Energy that moves faster, they explain, dissolves and nullifies slower moving energy. These people choose to be in harmony with the invisible spiritual energy. They've trained their thoughts to move at the levels of the higher vibrations, and consequently they're able to deflect lower, slower vibrations. I'm repeating this part. They've trained their thoughts to move at the levels of the higher vibrations, and consequently they're able to deflect lower, slower vibrations. Connectors have an uplifting effect when they come into contact with people who are living in lower energy levels. Their peacefulness causes others to feel calm and assured, and they radiate an energy of serenity and peace. They're not interested in winning arguments or accumulating allies. Rather than trying to persuade you to think like they do, they're convincing through the energy they exude. People feel loved by connection. People feel loved by connectors because they're merged with the source of life, which is love. Connectors tell you without hesitation that they choose to feel good regardless of what's going on around them or how others might judge them. They know that feeling bad is a choice, and that it isn't useful for correcting unpleasant situations in the world. So they use their emotions as a guidance system to determine how attuned they are to the power of intention. If they feel bad in any way, they use this as an indicator that it's time to change their energy level so that it matches up with the peaceful, loving energy of the source. They repeat to themselves, I want to feel good, and they bring their thoughts into harmony with this desire. If the world is at war, they still opt to feel good. If the economy takes a nosedive, they still want to feel good. If crime rates go up or hurricanes rage somewhere on the planet, they still choose to feel good. If you ask them why they don't feel bad when so many bad things are happening in the world, they'll smile and remind you that the world of spirit, from which all is intended, works in peace, love, harmony, kindness, and abundance, and that is where I choose to reside within myself. My feeling bad will only ensure that I attract more of feeling bad into my life. Connectors simply don't allow their well-being to be contingent on anything external to themselves. Not the weather, not the wars someplace on the globe, not the political landscape, not the economy, and certainly not anyone else's decision to be low energy. They work with the field of intention, emulating what they know is the creative source of all. Connectors are also in touch with their infinite nature. Death is not something that they fear, and they'll tell you, if you ask, that they were never truly born, nor will they ever die. They see death as taking off a garment or moving from one room into another, merely a transition. They point to the invisible energy that intends everything into existence and see this as their true self. Because connectors always feel aligned to everyone and everything in the universe, they don't experience the feeling of being separate from anyone else or from what they'd like to attract into their lives. Their connection is invisible and non-material, but it's never doubted. Consequently, they rely on this inner, invisible, spiritual energy that permeates all things. They live in harmony with spirit, never seeing themselves as separate. This awareness is key to their seeing the power of intention at work on a daily basis. Hey Cynthia. Good evening to you, darling, and anybody else that's there. Hi Leo, greetings. How are you doing? Cynthia, the new guy, can we ask your name? I don't like calling you the new guy. Oh, good for you, Cynthia. I didn't think about doing that one. When I made mention about you should have asked my name, I was quite content calling him the new guy. Unless it's like 50 first dates and you wake up and forget everything from the day before. Will the new guy be brave enough to tell us his name? Cheers to the channel of lovers and the journey of ascensioners. And the journeyers of ascensioners. Lucy, controlled attention. I'm going back to it. Jeez. I like that. Let me read what the new guy just put. Well, the new guy handle is a reminder to myself and everybody else that each day is an opportunity to be a new and better individual. I also like that. That was your third assumption? Excellent. The new guy it is. And so it is. Right, whereabouts did we You simply can't convince connectors that what they're intending won't materialise because they trust in their connection to source energy so strongly. They'll invite you to choose which possibility you're going to identify with and then encourage you to live as if it had already occurred. If you can't do it and are stuck in worry, doubt and fear, they'll wish you well, but they'll continue what they call thinking from the end. They can see what it is they intend to manifest into their lives as if it already had materialised. And for them, because it's so real in their thoughts, it's their reality. They'll tell you forthrightly, my thoughts when harmonised with the field of intention are God's thoughts. And this is how I choose to think. You'll see, if you follow them closely enough, that they're exceptional at realising the fruits of their intentions. Not, what did you say? Excellent. Why do I think exceptional? Moon cookie. Cheers. I've got a large Coca-Cola from McDonald's. Have you, darling? Well, that's nice. McDonald's Coca-Cola's good. If they take out the ice, it's not watered down then. McDonald's cappuccino's nice. Cynthia. Aubert bought a fluffy pink flamingo. Oh, there's the clue. Aubert brought a fluffy pink flamingo out of his knapsack for our birthday party last night. I kind of giggled and asked how he managed that. Well, that's a sign for Simon. I asked Simon what bird. What sign he was going to be leaving me when he transitioned to the other side. I was like, okay, so let's say that you're going to send like a bird, and so I know it's you. And I said to him, let's not be choosing a flamingo. Like, actually thinking that it had to be, my mindset was it would be a physical bird, like a living bird. And he said an owl, because the flamingo seemed a bit far out there. But all I see is flamingos. Yeah, I was only talking about it to a customer the other day, about the sign of the flamingo. And I was telling about when a gentleman come into the shop, and he had a really nice bright shirt on, right from the back. And so I said to him, that's a very nice shirt you have on there, very colourful. And as he turned around, there was just a big flamingo on it. And I said, thank you for my message, my sign. Gone away is the bluebird, here to stay is the new bird. What does he sing? He sings a love song as we go along, walking in a winter wonderland. You like your to-go drinks with light ice? Little ice? I have orange juice. Moon Cookie has McDonald's Coca-Cola. I nearly choked on that then. Okay, can we finish reading this chapter, please? It's nearly 11:11. Alignment. Controlled attention. Connected people are exceptionally generous. It's as if they want for themselves. It's as if what they want for themselves is thwarted only by wanting it even more for other people. They take great pleasure in giving. Others may wonder how they ever accumulate anything for themselves, yet their lives are filled with abundance and they seem to lack nothing that they desire. The secret to the power of intention, they tell you, is in thinking and acting the same as the all-providing source from which all originates. It's always providing, and I choose to be a provider too. The more I give of myself and all that flows to me, the more I see flowing back to me. The importance of going the extra mile. And look at this greed energy. It's ever so warm in here. We're having a heat wave, a spiritual heat wave. Get greedy now. Let's bask in it. Oh my goodness. Go for a pee then, Cynthia. Cynthia wants to pee. Oh, you went to pee? Bless you, Megan. I went to pee, I looked down, there's a black and white feather. Oh my goodness, this ball. Bless you, Meg. Do you guys notice when people are not saying their bless yous? If I was like in a supermarket and it doesn't matter if I hear anyone sneeze, I will say, bless you. And I'll say it out loud, whether I'm 2 aisles away or walking down the aisle, we're 2 aisles away. But yeah, and I notice if I sneeze and because in our environment, we say bless yous. Yeah, we say bless yous. If you sneeze, you would hear, whoever heard it, you would hear them say bless you. So you kind of notice when people don't bless you. I've noticed so-called spiritual people do it as well. It's if I've sneezed and it's like, oh, you didn't say bless me. That's interesting. We bless everyone. That's how we look at it, was a bless you. Megs? Yeah. Cynthia said bless you. Thanks, Meg said. I haven't eaten. Woman! You are. Megs? I love you. I bless myself, yes, of course I do. And I bless, if I hear the kids sneeze, bless you. Or anybody, bless you. Yeah. They've just received a blessing. So I'm going to validate it. It's really hot. I told Megan I was going to be having daughter earlier, dinner earlier, and I didn't. She went to be woman because I haven't eaten yet. I'll say hi, Moon Cookie, when I go. She's gone downstairs now. It's 11:11. Jamie's on his own. He's on his own. He is at the moment. He's on his way home. These words, you know. Changing. That's what I've noticed when I said, can I chuck the flowers in the bin? Can I fuck the flowers in the bin? I must put out the rubbish bin tonight though. Oh, low battery, low power mode, it says, Lucy. Okay. What's that about? I caught this time earlier, 12:12. It's 11:12 now. PM on January 12th. Oh yeah, 12. What does it mean? We keep seeing 141s. Yeah. 144s, 141s, 114. The combination of those. Right. Spoke about generosity. The more I give of myself and all that flows to me, the more I see flowing back to me. Connectors are highly inspired people. They live more in spirit than in form. Consequently, they're inspired and inspiring, as opposed to informed and filled with information. These people who have a strong sense... These are people who have a strong sense of their own destiny. They know why they're here, and they know that they're more than an encapsulated collection of bones, blood and organs in a skin and hair covered body. They're all about living this purpose and choosing to avoid being distracted by the demands of the ego. They have great reverence for the world of spirit, and by communing with this spirit, they stay inspired. Their level of energy is exceptionally high. It's an energy that defines them as connectors. It's the energy of the source, a fast vibrational frequency that brings love to the presence of hatred and converts that hatred to love. They bring a peaceful countenance to the presence of chaos and disharmony, and convert the lower energies to the higher energy of peace. When you're around those who dwell in the field of intention, you'll feel energized, cleansed, healthier, and inspired. They have a noticeable absence of judgment towards others, and they aren't immobilized by the thoughts of others. And they aren't immobilized by the thoughts or actions of others. They often get labelled as aloof and distant because they don't gravitate towards small talk and gossip. They'll tell you that it is the spirit that gives life, and that everyone on this planet has this spirit within them as an all-powerful force for good. They believe it, they live it, and they inspire others. They'll even go so far as to tell you that imbalances in the earth, such as earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and extreme weather patterns, are the result of a collective imbalance in human consciousness. Want to get your head around that one? They'll even go so far as to tell you that imbalances in the earth, such as earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and extreme weather patterns, are the result of a collective imbalance in human consciousness. They remind you that our bodies are made up of the same materials as the earth, that the fluid that comprises 98% of our blood was once ocean water, and that the materials in our bones were components of the finite supply of minerals in the earth. They view themselves as one with the planet and feel a responsibility to stay in balanced harmony with the field of intention to help to stabilise and harmonise the forces of the universe that can get out of balance when we live from excessive ego. You want to help your world get out of living from excessive ego. We'll do the job. They'll tell you that all thoughts, feelings and emotions are vibrations, and that the frequency of these vibrations can create disturbances, not only in ourselves, but in everything that's made of the same materials. Connectors will encourage you to stay in vibrational harmony with Source out of a sense of responsibility to the entire planet. And they regard this as a vital function to emulate. This isn't something they think about and discuss from a purely intellectual perspective. It's what they feel deeply within themselves and live passionately every day. As you observe these, observe. I would like to be able to speak slower, but it's not happening. I feel like I'm under a challenge to see how fast I can speak. And be understandable. Jeez. It's 18 minutes past. Let's see how long this takes. As you observe these connectors, you'll note that they don't dwell on illness and disease. They move through their life as if their body is in perfect health. They actually think and feel that any current disease pattern has never been present, and they believe that they're already healed. They believe that they attract the new outcome because they know that there are many possible outcomes for any given condition, even for a condition that may seem to others to be impossible to overcome. They'll tell you that the possibilities for healing outcomes are here and now, and the course that an illness would take is a matter of their own perspective. Just as they believe that external turbulent systems become peaceful in the presence of our peace, they see this as a possibility for internal turbulence. Ask them about their healing capabilities and they'll say, I'm already healed, and I think and feel from only this perspective. You'll often see your illnesses and physical complaints disappear when you're in the presence of exceptionally high energy connectors. Why? Because their high spiritual energy nullifies and eradicates the lower energies of illness. Just as being in the presence of connectors makes you feel better because they exude and radiate joyful, appreciative energy, so too will your body heal by being in this kind of energy field. Connectors are aware of the need to avoid low energy. They quietly retreat from loud, bellicose, opinionated people, sending them a silent blessing and unobtrusively moving along. They don't spend time watching violent TV shows or reading accounts of atrocities and war statistics. They might appear docile or uninteresting to people who wallow in the horrors being discussed and broadcast. Since connectors have no need to win, to be right, or to dominate others, their power is the fact that they uplift others with their presence. They communicate their views by being in harmony with the creative energy of the source. They're never offended because their ego isn't involved in their opinions. Connectors live their lives matched up vibrationally to the field of intention. To them, everything is energy. They know that being hostile, hateful, or even angry towards people who believe in and support low energy activities which involve violence in any form will only contribute to that kind of debilitating activity in the world. The connectors live through higher, faster energy that allows them to access their intuitive powers readily. They have an inner knowing about what's coming. If you ask them about it, they'll tell you, I can't explain it, but I just know it because I feel it inside. Consequently, they're seldom confounded when the events they anticipate and intend to create manifest. Rather than being surprised, they actually expect things to work out. By staying so connected to source energy, they're able to activate their intuition and have insight into what is possible and how to go about achieving it. Their inner knowing allows them to be infinitely patient, and they're never dissatisfied with the speed or the manner in which their intentions are manifesting. Connectors frequently mirror the 7 phases of intention written about throughout the pages of this book. You can go the extra mile by ordering yourself a copy. Controlled attention. Okay, back to the book. Where the fuck was I? Connectors frequently mirror the 7 phases of intention written about throughout the pages of this book. You'll see people who are extraordinarily creative, who have no need to fit in or to do things the way others expect them to. They apply their unique individuality to tasks, and they tell you that they can create anything that they place their attention and imagination on. Connectors are exceptionally kind and loving people. They know that harmonizing with source energy is replicating the kindness from which they originated. Yet it's not an effort for connectors to be kind. They're always grateful for what comes to them, and they know that kindness towards all of life and our planet is how to display gratitude. By being kind, others want to return the favour and become allies in helping them achieve their intentions. They associate with an unlimited number of people, all of whom are full of love, kindness and generosity, assisting each other in fulfilling their desires. You'll also notice how connectors see the beauty in our world. They always find something to appreciate. They can get lost in the beauty of a starry night or a frog on a lily pad. They see beauty in children, and they find a natural radiance and splendour in the aged. They have no desire to judge anyone in low energy negative terms, and they know that the all-creating source brings only beauty into material form, and so it is always available. Connectors never know enough. They're inquisitive about life, and they're attracted to every manner of activity. They find something to enjoy in all fields of human and creative endeavours, and are always expanding their own horizons. This openness to everything and all possibilities, and this quality of always expanding, characterises their proficiency at manifesting their desires. They never say no to the universe. Whatever life sends them, they say thank you. What can I learn? And how can I grow from what I'm receiving? They refuse to judge anyone or anything that the source offers them, and this always expanding attitude is what ultimately matches them up with source energy and opens up their life to receiving all that the source is willing to provide. They're an open door that's never closed to possibilities. I think Jamie's putting the rubbish bin out. God bless him. He's just got home from work. And his priority is to put the rubbish bin out. He's a good lad. This makes them, they're an open door that's never closed to possibilities. This makes them totally receptive to the abundance that's always ceaselessly flowing. These attitudes that you see in connector people are precisely the reason that these folks seem so lucky in life. When you're around them, you feel energised, purposeful, inspired and unified. You're seeing people whom you want to hang around with because they energise you, and this brings you a feeling of empowerment. When you feel empowered and energised, we're nearly there. That's like, giddy up, keep going, girl. When you feel empowered and energized, you step into the flow of abundant source energy yourself, and you inadvertently invite others to do the same. The connection isn't just to source energy, it's to everyone else and everything in the universe. Connectors are aligned with the entire cosmos and every particle within the cosmos. This connection makes the infinite power of intention possible and available. These highly realized people think from the end, experiencing what they wish to intend before it shows up in material form. They use their feelings as a gauge to determine if they're synchronized with the power of intention. If they feel good, they know that they're in vibrational harmony with source. If they feel bad, they use this indicator to adjust to higher energy levels. And finally, They act on these thoughts of intention and good feelings as if all that they desired were already here. If you ask them what you can do to make your desires come true, they'll unhesitatingly advise you to change the way you look at things, and the things you look at will change. I urge you to replicate their inner world and rejoice in the infinitely magnificent power of intention. It works. I guarantee it. Thank you guys for staying the extra mile with me. You'll go far. I will talk to you soon. I'm not sure what's on the cards for next week. For next week. I said next with an S on it. I'm sure all that made sense. We've been on for 117 minutes and 4 seconds. That's a long reading, isn't it? So the best part of 2 hours. Yeah. You've got this. Take the shackles off my feet so I can dance. I just wanna praise ya. I just wanna praise ya. You broke my chains, now I can lift my hands. And I'm gonna praise ya. You're so welcome, Moon Cookie. Thank you for being here. Sweetness. Bring your sweetness. Thank you to all of you. You're so very appreciated. I so appreciate you being on this journey with me and having me on your journey. You've got this. Actually, I can. Yeah. We can do whatever we desire. Everyone needs help sometimes. And everything will work out in the end. Now, speaking about working from the end backwards, everything will work out in the end. And at the beginning, I was going to say at the beginning of the show, okay, at the beginning of the show, of the live, the energy come through about like in the money tree and like, well, what's the kind of mission is to traveling and creating communities. Anything is possible and everything can be achieved. As Napoleon Hill said, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. That was in Think and Grow Rich. And then in Success Through a Positive Mental Attitude, it's slightly adjusted. Anything the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve with a positive mental attitude. You can't measure a dream because it's just going to keep creating, evolving, expanding. Guys, I love you all dearly. But you know this. You feel it. Take care. It's 2334. Much love. Bye for now.